This is just real life. Sometimes you eat the brownies, sometimes you get up and you make something healthy, okay? Hey guys, I feel like it's been such a long time since I've made a video. It's been about a month, so today I am breaking that streak. This week has been a week, but before we get into all of that, where are my manners? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Knox. I am a DNP, Doctor of Nursing Practice, with a passion and curiosity for all things health and wellness. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. We're going to be real transparent today. We're going to get into some of my frustrations as we cook something new. Actually, cook wouldn't be the right word, but we'll get into that. If you are returning back here to my page, thank you so much for your continued support. So today we are going to actually be making a raw dish. I've been eating a lot more raw foods. I made some content not too long ago. It was a YouTube short about my failure in eating raw. I set a goal to eat raw for 30 days and I lasted about 9 days. So I am learning to give myself smaller goals, baby steps before I get a larger goal. And so I've been doing weeks at a time or 7 days at a time, and that has proven to be a lot more successful. One of the recipes that I've been seeing and that I've been interested in but really scared to try is what we're making today. It seems super simple, which is why I'm going to try it. But before we get into that, this week has been one of those weeks. From work stuff to personal things to car things to household maintenance things, I feel like I'm under attack, okay, to be very honest. So today I told myself I was going to reclaim my time, my power, my energy, and I was going to take a good book and go sit out by the beach because it is nice and sunny in California today. And that didn't happen because this morning something else happened that is requiring me to be at home. And so yeah, I figured I still can reclaim my time. I can still reclaim my energy. And today I'm just like, let's film some content. Okay. So today we're making a raw zucchini noodle salad, I guess you could call it. The ingredients are super simple. The thing that's caused me to be really hesitant with making this is not because I don't think it's going to have enough flavor. I've never had raw zucchini before. And something about that has really been causing me to not make the recipe. I've only had cooked zucchini, so eating it raw, something in my spirit doesn't sit right. So today we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. We're gonna make it, I'm only gonna make 2 portions. I know I can get through 2 portions. If I don't like it, I don't have to make it again, or I can even try cooking the zucchini noodles if I don't like it this way. But I am really making an intentional effort to eat more raw foods. My goal is not to be a raw vegan. If that's what happens later on in life, I'm totally open to it, but that's not the game plan at this point in time. So let's get into the ingredients. First, you're gonna need some zucchini noodles. I got mine already prepped. I got these from Trader Joe's. This is 16 ounces. So I'm hoping that this is going to be enough for, well, I know it's going to be enough for at least 2 portions, 2 pretty small sized portions. Next, we're going to need some organic basil. I've never really cooked with basil before or used basil in a lot of dishes. So I'm going to use a good chunk of this and I'm going to save some to juice. Then we have our extra virgin olive oil. We have an avocado, lemon, salt and pepper, and some crushed garlic. Now you can use whole cloves, but I had this on hand. I don't think I have any cloves, so I'm just going to use this to make it easier. So let's get into making this very simple. I guarantee you it's probably going to take 5 minutes or less. This is going to be super simple. We're going to put our zucchini noodles to the side here. And I have a cup. I'm using my NutriBullet, but you can use a food processor as well. So first step, we're going to put our basil inside. I literally told myself that I was going to cook today and do something productive, to not let all the negative things, all the challenging things that have been happening spoil my weekend, because y'all, Monday is tomorrow and I need to make sure that I enjoy my weekend. So if you guys don't know, I don't always use measurements. I just kind of eyeball things. It's worked for me for years, so I don't have measurements, but as you can see, I'm just kind of adding basil here. think that looks like a good amount, but I'm going to leave it here in case I do want to add some more. Next, I'm going to take my crushed garlic, open that up. I love garlic, so I don't mind this being a little bit on the garlicky side. So I'm taking about this much, popping that inside. I'm going to add a little bit more. I like garlic. Okay. Garlic done. My salt is almost empty. I'm going to refill it today, but this seems like enough for what I'm using it for today. Salt. Pepper. Now I have an avocado. So for the avocado, I like to use this little contraption here. It's super easy to use, but you can definitely use a knife. So I'm just cutting along here. I might even still, if I'm able to resolve what I need to resolve before the sun goes down, I still might make it to the beach today. So I'm going to use the whole avocado. So I'm just scooping the flesh out, putting that inside my NutriBullet. I really love recipes like this because you don't have to cook anything. So things are ready a lot quicker. You really just have to focus on building flavor. So I've actually been using a raw kind of recipe guide by a woman named Candace. You can find her on Instagram at Raw Week. She's had some really good recipes for me to use, and she does 3 to 7 days raw in her community. So that's what really got me on board with eating raw more. Alrighty. Next up, we have a lemon. I'm going to need my knife for this. Alright. I'm just going to cut and juice this lemon. Y'all, this was really not planned. I'm just cutting, doing things in a crazy way. I'm going to take out these seeds and put them into my avocado shell. I have noticed that with eating raw, I've had a lot more energy. Just like a clean, steady state of energy, which has been awesome. It's allowed me to move my body a little bit more. I'm only going to use half of this lemon because it's pretty juicy. I actually got this lemon. I was walking in my neighborhood, and there's a lot of lemon trees here, orange trees, citrus trees in the area. And so someone had a big kind of container of lemons, and they said free. So I took some. So good. So I'm going to squeeze half of this. I've already taken the seeds out. So we're just going to get some. Okay. And I'll save the other half in case I still need it. And then I'm going to pour some olive oil. Okay. So let's blend this up and see what we come up with. Alrighty, so I have it blended here. It's still stuck at the top. I added a tiny bit of water. I may still need to add a little bit more, but I want to check it. Ooh. Let me show you guys just even what the top looks like. So look at that. Nice and creamy. I'm going to try some. So let's see what this tastes like. That actually tastes really, really good. I don't think I need to change anything. And I like this consistency. Do I need to thin it out a little bit more? I really want it to stick to my zucchini. I don't want it to be too liquidy. It tastes like pasta. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like a pesto pasta sauce. So I'm good with that. Let's clean up and let's make our plates. So I'm going to use these 2 glass containers. But first, let's mix our ingredients. I'm going to open my zucchini noodles. Oh my gosh, the flavor is still on my tongue. That actually tastes really good. But this has never been the part that concerns me. Eating this raw, we'll see. Okay, so pouring all of this into a bowl. Okay. This is what that looks like once in the bowl. Then we're gonna take our mixture. Look at that beautiful green. That looks amazing. And I have something else green. Let's mix this up. Now, one thing that I think will pair well with this, just to give it another kind of dimension of flavor, are roasted red peppers. Roasted red peppers are such a flavor bomb for me that I love. I'm gonna add those to the top once I finish plating. So I'm just tossing this in to make sure everything is coated. Very easy, and it smells amazing. This is a great lunch, even if you just have it as a side. For those of you who are not majority plant-based or vegan, you can have this with a side of chicken, salmon, beef, literally anything. You can have tofu on the side. You can eat it as is. You can have a fruit salad on the side. So I'm actually getting more and more excited as this comes together. This is definitely enough for 2 portions. Not me trying something new and actually thinking that, okay, this is probably going to turn out really well. Whoops. You guys, one thing that has been on my heart lately that just came to mind as I dropped some of my food on the counter: don't be afraid to get messy in the kitchen. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try new dishes that don't really seem like they're going to pique your fancy. You can try something, you can not like it and never try it again, but don't get stuck in just doing the same thing over and over for the rest of your life. So that's my little PSA. Also, another PSA: don't worry about things being so aesthetically pleasing. Worry about your health, okay? I think sometimes we're more worried about how things look than the actual benefits that they give to us. And you guys, I am not a food blogger. I'm not a foodie, a food content creator in any professional way. My mission here is to show you guys healthier ways of living, of eating, of thinking, of socializing, all of the things. So, and I told myself this year that I really want to do that and show you guys what I do in real time. And today has been a perfect example of that. Because like I said, this week has been challenging. It has challenged me so much, but sometimes even when life is challenging you, even when you feel like you're getting knocked upside the head, you still have to show up for yourself. Yesterday, just to be fully transparent, yesterday I was at Sprouts at like 9 p.m. at night grocery shopping because, like I said, my day just did not go as I planned. And I saw a brownie and I bought the brownie and I ate the brownie. So balance. It's not that I'm just only eating like this. This is just real life. Sometimes you eat the brownie, sometimes you get up and you make something healthy, okay? But we want to make sure that we're choosing healthier habits so that the healthier habits outweigh the ones that are not so healthy. Okay, so this is all of my zucchini noodle. I'm grabbing just the last little bits of it. Very super easy cleanup as well because I just have to clean these 2 things. So a win is a win. All right, so a part of me wants to try it first just as is, and then I will show you guys me adding a little bit of extra flavor on top. Alrighty, here goes. Let's start over here. It's actually not bad. I was thinking it would be, I don't know, too crunchy, too cold. I didn't know what to expect. It actually tastes kind of like the same consistency, the same texture of cooked zucchini. I could eat this. Hold on. Like I said, when you're eating raw, you have to really know how to add flavor naturally. And I know the roasted red tomatoes will add. Alrighty, so these are the roasted red tomatoes that I use. or sun-dried tomatoes, I should say. I've been saying the wrong thing. Sun-dried tomatoes. I love, 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 love sun-dried tomatoes. It's so much flavor in these things. I love these. So I'm going to add some of this. Is what the inside looks like. I don't want to spill this. Let me put this down. So this is what it looks like. Sun-dried tomatoes. This is also going to add some color to my dish. So I'm just going to literally pop some of these in there. Ooh, I'm so excited. You don't need a lot of these. Okay, I'm going to mix this one up. So now I have some of the roasted, I don't know why I want to keep saying roasted red peppers. Now I have some of the sun-dried tomatoes and some of my zucchini noodles with my homemade sauce. So let's try this bite out. Very reminiscent of regular pasta. I'm actually really surprised. I still think that this would be much healthier than eating regular pasta, and it still gives you the same flavors, because you could even make a homemade sauce using tomatoes, using these sun-dried tomatoes. Oh my gosh, that probably would be really good. And then using like a walnut meat on top, or like mushrooms as your meat on top. Y'all, I might be a food content creator. This is so good. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, me trying something new in real time instead of crashing out. This is real life in real time, okay? Choose you, prioritize yourself, prioritize your health. And when I try out more raw recipes, vegan recipes, healthier recipes, I will be sure to share that here on my channel as well as over on my Instagram. If you are not already following me over on Instagram, feel free to do so. I will link my handle here on the screen. Once again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And I have to say this before I go. We are living in some very interesting times, in some very crazy times, in some unsettling times. So find some peace, find some joy, find some happiness, find a reason to smile and rest, okay? Alrighty, until the next video. Bye, guys.